Oh gosh, I don't even know what that means, friend.
Okay. It's going. Yay. Well, happy Monday, everybody. Jamie, as you might see, also says Karen Richards because I'm in Florida, so I kind of have spotty service. But we are so excited. Jamie and I and Megan Martin are welcoming the Christine Abrell. And when I say that, if you don't know who I'm talking about, well, sorry, you should, because she's amazing. She's one of our upline. I won't keep saying upline, but you know, she's got a few up there. And she is originally from the St. Louis area. For all you Missouri, I know there's a lot of Midwest people on here, and now out in California with her sweet hubby, Mr. Tom. And we participate in a wrap after conference. So for all of you showing up in Indy, you're going to get to see Christine and all her national marketing directors at our wrap, which is the best part. Plus today she told us a big amount of money that's being given away. So I really hope you're there. But today she's going to bless us with a newer training that we got to experience as NMDs last month. And I just love it, and been using it with some of my team. So Christine, I'm just going to let you take it away. And if you want to say anything, you know, about yourself, you can do that. But otherwise, just jump right into the training, and I'm going to mute out.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Jamie and Megan, for hosting. And congratulations, you guys. This is a beautiful position that you're in. To be a 2000 plus person, I take myself back to being a 2000 plus, and that was 22 years ago for me. And I said yes to these capsules at 28 years old because I had a straight up need as a massage therapist, and my life was inside of a room. I was a massage therapist inside of a room with a full practice, totally intentionally living my life, and I was having body pain every day. And that's how I got introduced to these amazing pills. And it was a game-changing yes when I said yes to Juice Plus. And I want you to know that 3 weeks into taking Juice Plus, all of my physical pain that I was challenged with in the moment went away, and it filled in some nutrition gaps. And so I, from that point forward, started opening my mouth and sharing. And tonight's call, we're going to talk about building a great list and working with stellar customer care using your preferred customer genealogy report. So I'm hoping everyone was invited to bring that to the call. Is that right, Karen? Yeah? Okay. So we're going to talk about that, and providing experiences for our customers is one of the greatest things we get to do. And I was followed up on, and I was invited to the next event. And would you know, after sharing Juice Plus, after those first 3 weeks, I started opening my mouth, and 40 people said yes to me and got on Juice Plus in the first 6 weeks of sharing. And not that long after that, some testimonies came back and a great Juice Plus check. And how many people here want a great Juice Plus check? I mean, I'm here to talk about that with you guys tonight, so I hope you can just wrap your head around that, because I am so committed for your passion for Juice Plus and what you're doing that you also get paid well for that. We want people eating this jazz, but I want you also to have a great paycheck. And so what happened is someone invited me to go have an experience at the Juice Plus Leadership Conference. And it was 3 weeks from the day of a conference, and it was in Texas, and I landed at that conference. So for those of you coming to experience your first conference or maybe a next conference, I'm really thrilled, because that's where I caught a vision, and I caught passion and purpose. And so our organization has been here with the company, growing and expanding. And you heard Karen say that my husband and I live in California. I'm a former Missourian, and you can take the girl out of Missouri, but you cannot take Missouri out of the girl. So I live a lifestyle in Carlsbad, California, and yet my heart is a Midwest girl. And so I want you to know I'm thrilled what this business has done for me, and not only me, I am completely committed to being around people who want to be a better version of themselves. And my life's work is to be a part of that, to be a vehicle, to be a messenger, to be a teacher. And so tonight we're going to talk about some of that with the Preferred Customer Genealogy Report. And I love what we do. I just love, love, love that. So what I would like to do is open up. Can I share screen on this? Right on. Okay, let's go. We are going to actually go to the mission-driven model. Most of you have probably seen that, but let me just back screen for a moment. And if you could pull out your preferred customer genealogy that you were asked to bring tonight to the call, and go ahead and have a pen or pencil with you, because we're going to do a little work together. If you go on the mission-driven model, and you go under Build Your Team, and you go under Coaching at the bottom, you're going to see Mapping with the Preferred Customer Genealogy. And so that's from which we're going to speak. And yet I want to just tell you one of the ways our team has been so successful is in helping people have a great experience, whether that is their customer experience, their paycheck experience, and a community experience, and being part of a distributor base that is straight up FUN. And the team that I'm getting to be around today, you know, Jamie and the team that this represents, you guys are some of the funnest people in the team organization at large. So I'm just going to say that. That's you. You're part of our team, and you're the fun people. And one of the reasons we've been so successful is we use the reports to help us help the people. We work on creating a great experience for that customer, deep customer bases, so that from there we can also rise up reps out of that customer base. So as you take care of building a beautiful customer experience, some of those people, I like to say, your job right now as a 2,000 pluser is you are filling up the healthy living revolution swimming pool. Okay, you're just filling it up. People are having a shred experience, a happy experience, a whole food experience. They are getting happier and healthier and shredding habits, and they're just having a ball. And you're also looking at people that want to be part of this mission with you, inviting people into a healthy living plan. And yet there are people that are going to be customers first. They're going to jump in your pool, and they're going to percolate, have a great old whole food experience at the Healthy Revolution party in the pool, best one ever. And then you're going to invite them into the healthy jacuzzi. That's for people on the mission with you. Okay, so someone's going to pop out of the pool and get to come to the jacuzzi party. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to look at something called mapping your preferred customer genealogy. How do I like to teach this is right when someone gets to the 2,000 plus level. So it can be their sponsor, myself, and them on a call. And they bring this preferred customer genealogy to the call. So they're going to order one like you were asked to do. And we're going to look at that together. We also do it in team teaching. So the entire freshman class of 2,000 plusers can come together with their sponsors, and we can start to take a peek. So if you would, I'm going to ask if you would just start with me, and we're going to look at the first row. So we're going to go left to right, and I'm going to ask you I'm going to give you 10 seconds or so after I read it to go ahead and star real quickly down your preferred customer genealogy. You may, for this call, not get through every single piece of it, but just start taking a little stab at it, okay? So I want you to look at the names on your preferred customer genealogy. If you're a VF on our team, you probably have a couple reps underneath you, likely, so you probably brought to this call the list of your entire team of preferred customer genealogy. Okay, so you're going to be marking this up for the team. So you're going to sort of be an overseer of the people that are new on your team because they're too new. You guys are learning together. So would you just go down really quickly the names on your report and put a star to the left of the names of who you say are a raving fan customer. So as I'm speaking, just go ahead down there, and I'm going to give you some little success tips about what would be a raving fan customer. So someone using more than one product. Oh yeah, they love the Shred 10 when they did it, or they're loving it right now. They're coming to the events much of the time or all of the time. They're coming to all your events. They're sharing their story with others, either everywhere you go, on social media, or all of the above in the customer communities. They're just like blah, 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 blah. And they're giving you referrals. Any of those categories, go ahead and star that on your preferred customer report if you would. Okay, awesome. So in the interest of time for this call, let's peek at the next part. It says the second column starts with underline those who would benefit from adding another product. Okay, so just go through and underline the name of someone you like. Oh, they need to get on some shakes. Oh, I need to tell them about the tower. And as you underline, you may want to write a little product name next to it. So in other words, shake or omegas. I got to call that person about the omegas. Okay, so underline people who would benefit, in your opinion right now, from adding another product. Okay, we're going to go to the next column. And what we're going to do together is highlight. Okay, so you can pick a different color, grab a highlighter, or just circle it if you need to. I didn't ask you to bring a highlighter to the call. What we're going to start to look at is some common themes or networks or interest. Okay, this is such a powerful category. And you're going to look at people who are maybe in the same local area. Perhaps there's a whole manner of people in your customer base that are all on the same sport team. Maybe they all are in the same life group or church group or something you do together at church. Or they all go to church together and they're all in the same network at church. They're in the same profession. Okay, let's say you got like a gag of fitness professionals, personal trainers. Yeah, I want you to start using maybe different colors, a way to highlight and bring out networks and common links. Let's say they're in the same social media Facebook group. That's not a Juice Plus group, it's something else that you have in common with those people. So let's start to highlight some different interests. What do you see as themes, links, and networks inside of your customer base? Take a few moments to do that. Okay, we're going to go to the next column. And what I'd like you to do is to look at the column that, ooh, I don't have one in front of me. Karen, could you tell us which one has the pay in full versus the installment? The title of that column is, it's got 4 I's or 4s or 2's or 2 I's in the column, but the heading of that, who's in front of a preferred customer genealogy that can tell us that? Okay, sorry about that, you guys. I don't have one in front of me. If you're looking at your report, I know everyone else is on mute, and if you would go left to right, and you're going to see a whole bunch of 4s, 4 I's, 2's, or 2 I's. Everybody on the same page about that? Okay, I don't remember the title of that column right this minute. And what I'm going to ask you to do is you're going to go through and go ahead and circle anybody that has a 4 or a 2 or a P. There might even be a P in there. So anything with an I after it is an installment. So we're not making a note next to installment. We're only making a note next to pay in full. Okay, so go through and look at any of those and circle those. Okay. Karen, we have until 7:30, is that right? Or okay. Yeah, okay. So then the next column, you guys, we're going to glance at is you're going to look. I'm so sorry I didn't bring that in front of me. I could go grab one right now, but I don't want to do that for taping. If you go to the far right part of the preferred customer report, what I'd like you to do is look at ship dates that are in the next 30 days. So it's the next ship date column. It'll have a date in there. It's pretty obvious that it's the next ship date. And you're going to star next to that any orders that are shipping within the next 30 days. And you're going to go ahead and do that for yourself and anybody that you are overseeing or mentoring that is new on your team. I like to encourage people to do this for everybody that is in your sales coordinator open. Okay, now new people that are 2,000 plusers, that's not a term you're introduced to yet. But everybody else on the call, I want you to know that I like to oversee that and look at that for everybody that's in my sales coordinator open. So they're in my POB. Okay, and you can also click on your virtual office and see all those people you're overseeing as well. All of those customers. Okay, and then in the ID column, which is on the far right part of your report, you're going to highlight anybody that has these particular letters in them: cancel, decline, HC for collection, P for paid one-time shipment, and N for new. And then below, we're going to talk about how we can engage with those people. Okay, so just go through, and if you see anywhere, the C, the D, the HC, let's go ahead and make a notation. Okay, and once you've gotten through 5 or 10 seconds of that, we're just, in the interest of time, going to come back. And what I'd like to do, Karen and Jamie, is if we could come off mute. But before we do that, I am going to ask if you would just mind your mute at your house. So if you have a ton of background noise, if you would just mute yourself right now. And then the ladies are going to take us off mute so I can ask a few questions of you guys. Can we do that? Okay. So for those of you that are on the call, let's hear from maybe some of the newer people that are 2,000 plus. Yeah, we're getting a little background noise. Okay, if that's you, maybe you can mute out. Okay. What I would love to do is hear from someone. What are you getting so far just from looking now down at your report? Okay, look at your report and tell me what you see. Just from mapping that out. Anything that kind of stands out as a theme or an aha?
Guys, I think Jamie went ahead and remuted, so you may have to mute yourself, but remember this is interactive, so we want you guys to speak up, okay?
So tell us what you're seeing as a theme or an aha or standout on what you mapped on your report.
Sometimes they're shy.
I have noticed that I have several customers that could benefit from either adding the Vineyard or the Omega.
From say that one more time, Julie. From Omega and what was the other one? Vineyard?
The Vineyard.
Awesome.
Just adding an additional product.
Awesome. Isn't that cool, Julie? And so what do you think if you were just going to brainstorm with us right now? What would be one thing that you could consider this week taking action on? Just with that in mind, just from looking at what you did in that column with those people.
You're kind of like what action I could take.
Yeah.
I should add those people to my DMO for customer care. Just touch base with them and see if, you know, they would want to watch a video or if they would be interested in adding an additional, the other products.
Fabulous. Fabulous. Very good. Who else? What are you noticing from what you drew down on your volume mapping? Mapping your preferred customer genealogy. What's an aha? What's a takeaway? What did you see that maybe you didn't know before you got on the call tonight? Anyone?
One thing I noticed is a lot of my customers actually are going to renew again in the next 30 days.
Right. Okay, and then what is your first name, sweetie? Is it Audrey? I couldn't see that.
Amanda.
Amanda, sorry. Amanda, so what would be an activity or an action step for you?
Just doing customer care, making sure that they are going to be needing their renewal in the next month. And definitely checking in and making sure that they are taking it regularly,
Yes.
like they're supposed to.
Very, very cool. Okay, you guys, are you guys starting to get it? Even before we jump down into the gray column underneath each area, just by you going through and mapping your preferred customer genealogy, you can start to see some action steps in your personal franchise. Can you see that? Yeah, you can go, oh. Okay, so you can start to engage and provide customer care. So what I'd like to do is I'm actually going to call on perhaps our NMDs to read. So Karen, are you able to? Do you have a good enough Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Okay, so under
I think so.
Star, the raving fan, would you just read the gray box top to bottom to everybody real quick?
Yes, it's a little bit little here, my iPad, but I think. Okay, invite your customers to join our mission. What to say? I'd love to hear your story. I know your story could bless so many. Have you shared this with anyone else? I love helping others say yes to their Whole Foods story. Would you be open to learning more? You are already doing what I'm doing. You could mention paying for their product or money, having a personal franchise. Would you be open to hosting an event in your home or on Facebook or Zoom? Heck yeah. I would love for you to meet my friend Christine and hear her story. A doctor is coming to town to speak about health. Oh, she's changing my little eyes. Can I pick you up to come with me? And I think this is the last one. Thank you for being a customer. Oh, yes. Thank you for being a great customer. Thank you for referring your friend Jamie to me. I'm gonna send you a Starbucks card.
Isn't that awesome, you guys? Okay, so underneath each of the mapping exercises or recommendations, you're going to see suggested training, suggested verbiage, suggested next step. Okay, so that what Karen just gave you is some ideas. Of course, the driven model, on other resources on your website. You may have, I think you guys have a team website. There's more verbiage. So it's not about that you use this verbiage. What it does is it gives you a place to train and work with your team members and to take action yourself. And the big deal is not only to use this, it's to schedule time in your calendar to take steps on this, right? So I encourage people to do time blocking. Like I do quite a bit of customer care on Mondays. I block it off. I'm sorry, on Tuesday. I switch it to Tuesdays. I do it on Tuesdays. And so I'm going to do my reach outs and do a whole bunch of customer care on one day. That works for me. Some people like to break it up, but I'd rather do it all in one day and bulk it. And you may want to schedule a Zoom call with your sponsor, and you guys can do some text blitzing together to do some of these things together. So all ways that you can use the tools to grow this. If you look at the bottom, you guys may want to mute it out. I think I ought to do that, Karen, just because in the interest of time. We're having some background noise. At the bottom of all the columns, this refers to your memory jogger. Whatever system you're using to follow up with people and to keep good care and good tracking, make sure that you add these customers there so that you can track, whether it's the profile or an Excel spreadsheet. We're using the Spotlight Memory Jogger, which is what Jake and Jenna Rude teach about. So whatever that is, you just want to use tools to now help create a great experience. And at the top of this sheet, it says every customer deserves to be cared for. So if you will take that stance and you will do that, you're going to help people eat through their Juice Plus, and some of them are going to pop into the Happy Healthy Revolution Jacuzzi, which is our great goal. And yet our largest goal is they fall in love with Juice Plus in our community, whether they come into our team or they eat it forever. I'm here to tell you that I've been taking Juice Plus for 22 and a half years. And I still have people that have not wanted to jump into the Healthy Living Revolution Jacuzzi with me. And I still follow up with them every 4 months and say, are you ready for your next box? And I've been doing that for some people for 22 and a half years. Okay, so there are people that eat through this forever. And if you can help somebody eat through 3 boxes of Juice Plus, in other words, a year of Juice Plus, the statistic is something like 95% of the time you cannot grab Juice Plus out of their hand. So that's our, wow, if we can do that, a customer for life, awesome. And the very, very, very best customers are people who become reps. I am so sold out for Juice Plus, and so are these NMDs that are on the call today. And we got sold out by becoming a rep and more exposure. So we are looking for people in this experience. I want you to think of your preferred customer genealogy as the gold mine. And I mean the gold mine of creating a great list for activity and the gold mine for finding people that you can have on your awesome team. It's okay that they percolate. It's okay. And yet we do want to invite people to HLP as well. Even if they don't know a ton and they don't want to go to NMD yet, they don't want to have this huge experience with the company yet, we can still invite them to HLP now, and we can invite them again later. Okay, so this is a gold mine, what we just did tonight. So for the interest of time, we are not going to be able to go through the gray section, which has the training and the principles underneath everything else you did in the other column. The invitation for you would be for you to go, now wait a minute, Christine's been doing this 22 years. If she's seen this kind of track record, we might want to consider that we'll have a stellar customer experience is what we want to do here. So I would encourage you to use that PC genealogy, maybe set up a time to do this with your sponsor or do that with some people on your team and your sponsor, and to just take what you learned tonight and go through some of those and start setting up some action steps for your stellar customer care. Thanks, you guys, for being here. Karen and Jamie, I'll turn it back to you.
Wow.
Awesome.
Amazing. Awesome. So much value. Thank you, Christine. Like awesome.
Yeah, I think this is one we're going to have to share with the whole team and not hold it back to our jackpot, even though you guys are all awesome people. But we're going to need to share this one with the whole Empire team.
It was so good. Anybody have any last minute thoughts or questions before we say goodnight?
Me? Hey,
yes.
Can I actually ask, and Amanda, I hate to put you on the spot, but Amanda and I actually did this together, and Melissa's on it, so but I know she's driving home from work. And we spent probably almost 2 hours, the three of us, doing this together, but not because it was like so time-taking, but it was so much fun. Yeah. Amanda, can you maybe provide some feedback and insight into, you know, what it really ended up feeling like to really do it, really go through it all and have that conversation around each of those people?
Well, one thing was it was really eye-opening, because when you get the report and, you know, you look at it and you know certain things to look for, but you don't really sit down and actually look at the entire report. And it was just really eye-opening just to kind of see the different categories in the report and what it can actually show you.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was one thing that I thought was interesting, because it was like, well, you know, you kind of glance through it and see who's going to renew soon, but to do all the other steps, it was like, oh, you know, I could definitely think about this differently. So
that's
cool.
Awesome.
Thank you for sharing.
Really cool. Good question, Megan. It's like the difference between just, oh yeah, my kid's over there, versus going to sit next to them and looking them in the eye. How was your day? Like
Right.
slowing it down. That's great, Amanda. I'm glad you had that experience.
Kim, did you have a question?
Yeah, I've been looking on the mission-driven model trying to find that page that she had posted on her Zoom, and I can't find it. Is it under building your team, or?
Let me show you one more time, sweetie, okay? Let me just show you. All right, mission-driven model, the bottom tab, building your team.
Yep.
And then you go under coaching, and you're going to see mapping with the PC genealogy.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Yeah, and we'll type out those action steps for you guys too in the Jackpot group. But
she's on her game.
Awesome. So I think that would be great homework for this week. Every week, Christine, we assign homework.
Okay.
And then they screenshot. So what I would love for you guys to do is to really dive into this week. You know, you'll, as you see in the other columns, it starts saying like highlight certain things, you know, circle. So just like when we did our memory joggers and you guys kind of screenshot, you can kind of blur out names. You know, we're not looking to see exactly who your Juice Plus peeps are. We don't need to know that, but just kind of, you know, take a photo and let us see that you're drawing all over your page, and then maybe make a comment with your photo. Just kind of like Amanda just shared, just some feedback about what happened. Because I know one thing that when we did this last month, I noticed is I had tons of people on different products, but I didn't realize it because they were people that I'd had for a while. So first they were on the Duo, and then 5 people down, same person had ordered, you know, the Vineyard, and then 10 people down, that person might have ordered Omegas. So it's a great way to realize that not everyone orders the trio at once. And I had followed up with them. So I kind of lost that's someone I need to go back and talk to. They're a raving fan, you know, they're on everything.
That's like ding, 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 jackpot. They need to be invited to the jacuzzi.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, exactly. And Terry Luongo was just our speaker on our team call. And you guys, I mean, digging into your genealogy, her last NMD was 16 levels down from her that she found. So this is a great tool to use. So again, thank you, Christine, so much. We're so excited. This was such a valuable call.
Yes.
So
you're awesome. Thanks for being here, you all. We'll see you in Indy.
See you next week.
Yes. Ready to win some money. Hopefully you all are coming to the wrap so you can win some cash.
I think the number just went up to 2,300. It was 2,100 earlier.
Ooh.
Okay, bye.
I miss being able to win the money, but it's more fun to be an NMD. So it's more fun to give the money and watch you guys win. So
I know it is fun. Okay, girl. Bye.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.